Hey, so I wanted to make this quick video on a leadership lesson that I learned and was really reinforced last night watching the NBA. If any of you guys are NBA fans, last night Boston played Philadelphia and it was a shutout game. It was supposed to be Philadelphia's, crowning moment, right? They were supposed to finally get back to the Eastern Conference Finals after 20-something years. They, earlier in the year already celebrated having the league's MVP in Joel Embiid, and it was set up. It was set up to be their moment, their time. And it really was their moment and their time through 3 quarters. I mean, they were absolutely dominating for 3 quarters. But then something happened in the 4th quarter that I really wanted to really kind of process and really draw a ton of information, inspiration, and just draw the spirit of leadership from. Jayson Tatum. Some may argue that he and Brown, Jaylen Brown, that they may be kind of co-captains, right? Co-leaders. From a talent perspective, maybe so. But Jayson Tatum certainly is the leader of that team. And one thing I learned about leadership watching Jayson last night, if you missed the game or even if you did watch it, he had a stat line of 1 for 13 for over 3 quarters, right? It's one thing to have three points in 3 quarters. That's pretty hard to swallow, being the team leader and being in such a pivotal moment in your career in the playoffs. It's one thing if you just shot one shot, right? You just shot a 3-pointer, you made it, but you didn't take any other shots and all you scored was 3 points. That's one thing. But to be 1 of 13, meaning you took 13 shots and you only made 1. That means that for that given game, your track record says you've failed 12 times. You've missed the shot 12 times. It is so easy, and it would have been so easy for him to get in his head to, as one of the announcers said, most people would run from the shot. They would start to doubt themselves. They would start to feel some type of way. It's not my night. I don't have it going. I hope someone else bails us out. That could have been his mentality. But instead, he ran to the shot. He just kept taking more shots. And in the 4th quarter, the money quarter, the one that counts, as a leader of this team with the proper mentality, he rose, man. He rose up and led that team to a victory. And it wasn't just the fact that he outscored the Sixers in the 4th quarter, 16 points to 11. I mean, he outscored an entire team. If that's not inspiring enough, if that's not an example, if that's not a demonstration of leadership in and of itself, I mean, I don't know what is, but here's what I want to zero in on. Here's what I want to put some emphasis on, right? Put some weight on. His post-game interview. His post-game interview statement. When asked, hey, how did you process this game? How did you process being, 1 for 13? I forgot all the details that the reporter asked him, but she was basically saying, take us through tonight's game. How did you muster up the strength, the energy, the encouragement? How did you get through this? The first thing, not the 2nd, 3rd, 4th. I mean, he said a couple of things. She asked him a couple of questions. The first thing out of his mouth, he says, humbly. He prefaced it, humbly. I am one of the best players in the world. That's an I am statement. I am one of the best players in the world. That was his mentality. Now, I know, I don't know all the details, but I do know that he spent quite some time getting close to Kobe Bryant, which is, my favorite player of all times, because I loved his mentality, right? That Mamba mentality, that mentality that says, I'm great, I know I'm great, and I'm just going to keep shooting. I'm just going to keep hunting. I'm going to just keep going after it. I'm going to stay hungry because, hey, I'm the predator, right? This confidence in, I'm going to get it going. I'm going to get it going. I might have missed the last 12 shots, but I'm going to make the 13th. Oh, I missed the 13th. I'll make the 14th. There's this level of self-belief, self-confidence, congruency, alignment, right? That was within Kobe, where he failed a lot. And many of us, we will fail a lot. But Kobe always made sure that he, the number of times that he took the shot, the number of times that he would start over, the number of times that he would keep going after it outweighed the number of times that he failed. So that's kind of in summary like what this Mamba mentality is. But Jayson Tatum spent time learning from Kobe before he passed, adopting this mentality, adopting that eye of the tiger, adopting this leadership quality, this confidence, this self-talk. What was going through his head last night? I'm the leader. I'm one of the best players in the world. I'm going to keep taking this shot. I'm not going to let my team down. I'm going to come through. The Sixers are good. They got the MVP. They're in their house. They're doing their thing. But I'm the best one. I'm going to keep coming. I'm going to keep hunting. And he says, I am one of the best players in the world. And it got me thinking, man, what a mentality, what a perspective on himself, which matters most as a leader. As a leader, what do you think about you? Because what you think about you is going to show up in these moments, right? It's not what we say, but it's what we do, right? That we know matters most. But in this context, it's he did the work. He showed you, right? He did what he did. Then he told you how he was able to do it. That's what I want to really emphasize. He did it. And then he showed you, he told you how he did it. It started here. And then it translated into his actions. It translated into him leading his team to victory. Now, what they do in Boston, that's yet to be seen. I don't know what's going to happen in Boston, but I can tell you what happened last night. Jayson Tatum led his team through a mentality, with a I am statement. He told the reporter after the game, but I believe that the I am statement, I am one of the best players in the world, that was echoing in his mind, in his heart during the game. Otherwise, why would he continue to take that shot? Why not run from it? Why not run from the moment? Why not cower? Why not, fold in that moment? Why not keep passing it to someone else? Marcus Smart or, Al Horford or, just looking for a bailout, because nobody would have, the media would have beat him up anyway. So why keep taking more shots and making it worse? But that wasn't his perspective. His perspective was, I'm not going to make it worse. I'm going to start to hit the shot. And when he started hitting shots, these weren't two-pointers in the paint. He started swishing three-pointers. Do you know the type of skill and confidence you got to have in that moment, in the last 4 or 5 moments or 4 or 5 minutes of a game, to not only hit your shots after not hitting 12, but to hit them in such grand fashion from behind the arc? And these weren't like clunkers, like hitting the backboard or hitting the rim, anything like that. It was all net. Every single shot was all net. He was swishing every single shot. And I remember watching a video with Kobe one time where he was describing how he would go to the gym after the game and shoot, 100, 200 free throws. And he would just listen to the sound of the net, the ksh, ksh, ksh. and just how he fell in love with the sound of the net cracking every time the ball would go through. And Jayson last night, every shot in that fourth quarter. So I just wanted to ask you today, even as I ask myself, what is my I am statement? What is my self-talk? How do I think as a leader when I know that I have people that are depending on me, as Jayson had his team depending on him, right? Who do you have depending on you? And what is the I am statement that inspires you, that helps you to rise up in that moment when things get tough, when things look bleak, when things look like they're not going to go your way? What is it that you say to yourself? What is it that's in your heart, that's in your mind, that keeps you, right, that keeps the fire lit, right, that keeps fueling the fire? One more shot, one more shot, one more shot. And this is an analogy, right? We're not all basketball players, but in our lives, what's our next shot? What's the next shot that you're going to take? Because if you stop taking them, you know what the result is. You can't make a shot that you don't take. It doesn't happen. You cannot make a shot that you don't take. But if you take it, perhaps it'll go in. And if you take the next one, perhaps it'll go in. But what are you saying to yourself? What's going on in your mind that's going to elicit, that's going to draw out, that's going to promote that action? What's going to motivate you to take the next shot? That's what's important. And that's what I took away from that post-game interview. The mind of a leader, the mentality of a leader. I'm going to take one more shot. I'm going to try more times than I fail. If I fail 10, I'm going to try 11. If I failed 13 like Jayson, I'm going to try 14. And what if I get it going? What are the possibilities? If I get it going, I'm the hero. If I get it going, I'm the leader. If I get it going, I'm the inspiration. If I get it going, my teammates are looking at me, depending on me, those around me, the coaching staff, the fans back home. Everyone's looking at me and looking to me as the leader to try one more time. What could happen? What are the possibilities if I try one more time? And so I'm asking you today, what would happen in your life if you try one more time? What are the possibilities? What's possible for you if you try one more time? Yep, that's the mind of a leader. One more time, one more time. So develop an I am statement based on your skills, based on your will, based on your desire. What is your I am statement? I am, and you fill in the blank. Let it inspire you, let it motivate you, let it drive you. Let it pick you up when you're down. Yeah, that's the mind, that's the mentality of a great leader. I hope and pray that this message has just added some value and just brought to light some things and encouraged some things, inspired some things within you, that you might develop your I am statement and that you might continue to take one more shot in your life. I am believing in you guys, I'm praying for you guys, and I am hoping the very best for you guys. Be encouraged. Love.